Hey everybody, welcome back to my Eurovision React Review channel. So it is a lovely sunny Saturday morning here. I'm having to make sure that as I record this video, I move with the light. But yeah, it's Saturday morning here and we now have all of the 6 songs from Eurosong in Ireland, whereby one of these will represent Ireland in Eurovision 2024. Now, I'm rooting for Ireland in the sense that they're on a bit of a downer when it comes to Eurovision. And I think from what I could gather after last year, I did get a sense that there was definitely a need in Ireland to shake things up. So from what Twitter tells me, I believe that the standards are much more higher this year in Ireland. There seems to be some excitement around some of these songs that have already been released. I haven't listened to any of these songs yet. So I was waiting for the 6th song. There are 6 songs, right? The 6th song to be released yesterday and then listen to them back to back to work out on initial listen from my initial impressions which ones are my favourites. So yes, I'm ready. Let's do this. Okay, so the first song I'm listening to, and there's no particular order, I've just found a playlist. Someone's created a playlist with all 6 songs on, so I'm just going to go in the order of this playlist. So the first song up is Ailsha. Okay, so I think after last year, I think there was a call and need for Ireland to take a bit more of a risk in regards to the songs that go forward for the Eurosong Contest. This is a risk, this is different. So I'm hearing obviously a rocky production, but there is behind there that kind of Celtic flair as well. This is interesting. I wouldn't necessarily say it'd be a song that I would naturally gravitate to, but in regards to being somewhat optimistic that Ireland is kind of going for a risk, even in song 1, that's a good thing. My only massive reservation is, aren't they going for the Late Late Show again in regards to these songs being showcased and the Eurosong Contest being on the Late Late Show? I feel that this song needs... Like, I've seen it in the Late Late Show. They're just people sitting down, right? And, you know, year after year, kind of envisaging the faces in this audience. I don't know how receptive they're going to be. This is a song that kind of needs to play off the crowd. And as a result, I think this song's going to potentially, or has potential, not to come across as well as it should do due to it being on the Late Late Show in that studio. It's like a heavier, rockier version of Avril Lavigne, right? I don't know whether that's going to go down well with people. To my ear. I do like the fact that you've got that kind of Celtic undertone in the background of this production. Oh, okay, Ailsha. There's a YouTuber called Laura. She's from Wales, not Laura Slavandic, another YouTuber. And I saw on Twitter yesterday she came out for this song, but she loves rock, so that makes total sense. I kind of like, in my personal tastes, I kind of like a rock sound with a bit of a pop edge. So take, for example, Sion Kicks in Finland. So I've seen that they're back this year. Haven't heard that song yet. But if you take their song 2 years ago, Hurricane, like a hurricane, that's kind of like a rock sound with a pop edge to, as a result, allow my ear to tune in and latch onto. It's not my sort of sound. But I mean, I do think after the last couple of years, Ireland just need to really send something risky. And that sounds like it has potential to be a risk. So, yeah, I mean, for my personal taste, do I want to listen to that again? No. So I'm going to put that as a a 6 out of 10. Okay, Bambie Thug. I'm really surprised that these songs are coming out of Eurosong. I think I prefer this to song 1. Oh. Some of the parts of this song, it's too early on a Saturday morning to digest. The song feels more fragmented than song 1. I feel song 1 had a concept from the beginning that ran through. I am struggling a little bit with this song. I'm going to take back what I said earlier. I think I do prefer Ailsha. But there are elements of this song that I'm enjoying. It's not this part necessarily, the poppy bit. Ireland is shaking things up in regards to these songs. This is a completely different selection to what we're used to, which is a good thing. Yeah, there are good parts of this song. Again, my only concern, I'm going to say it again, what I mentioned in song 1. How are these songs going to come across in a studio in the Late Late Show? Again, like, I remember last year, was that the year before, Niamh Kavanagh just sitting there and people were speaking to her, and I was looking at the people around her, and I was like, yeah, this is a bit more of a sedate audience. I'm now fascinated to watch Eurosong or the Late Late Show because I want to see the reception from the audience. I wonder if they're going to be a bit more, I don't know, thinking through the audience for this national selection. I think I'm pretty much sold on this song until it gets to probably the part that people love, the heavy bit. I just want to get to this part and then shot to like Granny Dora in the audience, just like, Yeah, I'm already kind of off this train. But look, I mean, if my taste is one thing, this is based on my taste. In regards to Eurovision, I think both of these songs are risks and it bears repeating. I think for Ireland, just based on year after year of safe, I think risk is where it needs to be. Trying not to overthink it, trying not to replicate what other countries have done in previous years and just go with something we wouldn't expect. I'm going to have to change Ailsha to 6.4 and we're going to give that one a 6.1. Okay, Erica-Cody. I've also got to kind of think, last year, how useful were the judging panel? And I'm just trying to think who was on that judging panel and to what extent those personalities would receive those first 2 songs well. I think due to the nature of these first 2 songs, they're going to have to change both the panel, in my opinion, and like I said, I would suggest maybe think about who's in the audience to complement that. Love the tone of her voice. Interesting. I respect what this song is trying to do in regards to the production, the sound that it's tapping into. Do you remember Rachel Good 2 years ago? Is it I'm Loving Me? Or that was more instantaneous, but it did feel somewhat dated. This feels a bit more fresher, but I think I feel I was more grabbed onto Rachel Good in the first minute than necessarily this one. There's nothing special about this song, but ultimately, it is obviously tapping into the sort of music that I would listen to in comparison to song 1 and song 2. I like this bit. Love me like you do. Coming from the UK, I'd just be a bit, I think for Ireland, the big target this year is to qualify, get out that semi-final. And being from the UK and sending Mae Muller last year, if there's one thing that I can kind of say from that experience, always assume that there's going to be a handful of female singers with female bop songs. So as a result of that, you got to make sure that your song is outstanding or offering something slightly different. So take, for example, you had Alexandra, Queen of the Kings from Norway. You had Israel, Unicorn. You obviously had Lorraine. I wouldn't say that was kind of a female bop. It was more experimental, but nonetheless, like, I was naive going into last year. I thought Mae Muller would do a lot better, irrespective of her performance. But ultimately, if you're at home and you're tapping into and you love that kind of female diva bop, there were better choices last year to Mae Muller. So I just think, whilst I'm enjoying the sound of her voice and whilst I'm necessarily enjoying the song, is it a safe qualifier at the semi-final from the sound? Probably not. Key change. There is elements of this that do remind me of Rachel Good 2 years ago. I think I did prefer Rachel Good to this one. But like I said, this one feels a bit more current and fresh. Okay. I think I'm being overcritical because I really want Ireland to get back into the final. And as a result, also, like I said, from the feedback that I was getting off Twitter, I was also expecting something groundbreaking from this national selection. Is it Mihal on Twitter? Huge following. He's Irish, right? And he said that he has a lot of national pride over this selection. I'm going to give that one, it's the sort of sound that I listen to, that chorus, particularly that is catnip. I'm going to give that one a 7.9. 7.9 for Erica-Cody. Okay, so Isabella Kearney. I'll shorten that just to Isabella for my notes. This has potential for me. This one's good. I like this one. I think this is my favourite so far. Oh gosh, that finished quite quickly. I'm going to give that one 8.2. I quite like that one. And like I said, I was kind of waiting for it to get into that kind of pop with bubblegums, but it didn't. It did kind of stay within the remit of respectable pop, shall we say. Okay, I quite like that one. That is more kind of in tune to my sound. Well, the last two songs are more in tune to my sound, but I would say Isabella has the edge for me at this moment in time. Right. Is that how you say it? JyellowL. Judas.
When your friends become strangers, read between the lines and then what you find is you're on different pages. Never wanted pride, I was born to dictate. If there was a riptide, then I'm the one that splits waves. Why they want to get a plate fixed or be the...
There was an act last year, wasn't there? I can't remember their name now. K Mooney? They came third. That had a rap song. And I remember people in the panel saying that that sound was making the rounds in radios in Ireland, or that sound was picking up popularity. Came third. I just don't know whether this has pan appeal from all of the countries that are taking part in Eurovision. I would be reluctant to send this to Eurovision. I also can't comment on the credit of this song because this is definitely a genre I never listened to. Okay. So that kicked in at 1 minute 10, right? This kind of female vocal, which I'm assuming is a chorus. But by the time that chorus came in, I'd kind of switched off a little bit. Just because it's just not a sound that I gel with. I mean, is that fair to say that this doesn't have pan appeal? Like what? Okay, so the production also for me... Okay, say it's not even comparable. Take Black Eyed Peas, right? So that's kind of a rap with a female vocal and a chorus. But the production is slicker and more commercial than this. So for me, this package, as far as I hear it now, isn't a good fit, I don't think, for Eurovision. This is my least favourite. And I think the tempo isn't helping it either for me. Okay, so we're calling that a 5.9. Right, so this was the one that was released yesterday, and Amir, the Balkan guy, has gone to Twitter, as he likes to do, just shake things up to get responses. Said that with love. We know that I love that boy. Well, he's come out and said that this is good. So, so we've got a, I believe, a One Direction inspired act. Can someone confirm, because I've seen a picture, but I didn't know if it was like an AI or a mocked up picture of this band with Louis Walsh. Can someone confirm if Louis Walsh is in any way, shape or form involved with this act? I would be quite interested. Okay, like, Ireland is the land. I think we can say it has a legacy of decent boy bands, right? You got your Boyzones, you got your Westlifes, you got your D-Side. I don't know if anyone remembers them. Okay, just remember, if Louis Walsh is associated with this act, Louis Walsh was the brains behind Brendan Murray's Dying to Try, which my channel is a testament to this. I actually love that song and I actually thought he did a great job. But I know that choice of song didn't necessarily go down well pan Eurovision fan base. This feels obviously more current and fresh than Dying to Try, but I love Dying to Try. It does sound fresh, sounds current. Are people listening to this sound though? That's what what is the demographic? Is this a pan-generational appeal? Or is this kind of... Do young people listen to this sound now? This is alright. The production on this one's good. Sounds expensive and thick, if that makes any sense. It's full. Full is a better word. With the right staging, this could, I don't want to say shine, shimmer. This could shimmer. This is a song that's definitely going to probably, out of all the ones that I've heard, will be the song that probably will come across come across best in a studio. I.e., I think the set up the Late Late Show benefits this song over the others. Okay, so, I mean, for me personally, I respect that song. I think that song, when I saw it was a boy band, I had my reservations. And like I said, when Amma the Balkan guy went to Twitter to basically shake things up and tell people, watch this song, I was like, oh, okay. So I wasn't expecting anything dated. I wasn't expecting anything bad. I wasn't expecting anything cliche. It does sound current. It does sound fresh. I respect the production on that song. It sounds expensive. It's probably just not my kind of thing. So I'm going to put that as a 7.5. Okay, so my top 6 from that, based on my personal tastes. In 6th place, I've got JyellowL featuring Toshín. 5th place, I've got Bambie. 4th place, I've got Ailsha. 3rd place, I've got Next in Line. 2nd place, I've got Erica-Cody. And in 1st place, I've got Isabella Kearney. I really, really like Isabella Kearney. That's the song that I want to go away and listen to again now. I think if I give Erica-Cody another go, I could get on board with that one. In all seriousness, do I think that those 2 songs are the right songs for Eurovision and for Ireland to get out of that chuffing semi-final? Question mark. Isabella, I would say, would be much more obvious in regards to its sound of doing better in comparison to Erica. But I think, like I said, I think Ireland just need to think. We just need to send something completely random and see how that goes. Because say, for example, you know, Brooke, That's Rich. That actually ended up being a decent effort. But fundamentally, in a semi-final full of bops, it just fell short. And as a result of that, this is what I'm saying. If you're going to send a kind of package that can be compared, you've just got to make sure that package is top crop. And that's why I think it might be better for Ireland, for me to send Ailsha. Out of all of these songs, I think Ailsha has the best bet, in my opinion, of qualifying into the final. But I will say, as a wild card, Next in Line. I do want to see that and I need to go out and play that to people, because I don't know if people are jiving with that sound anymore, so to speak. But I think that there might be something that might come together on the stage with that song and with them. And yeah, if Louis Walsh is anything to do with it, then you know that he's going to try his best to kind of glam that one up. So yeah, those are my thoughts. But more importantly, what do you think? So what is your favourite? What's your top 3? What's your thoughts of this selection? Please let me know in the comments below. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my channel. Please support it. Click the notification button so you're informed if and when I post videos. And yeah, until next time, stay safe.